They say football acts as a universal language, transcending cultural, religions, political, and age divides, fostering shared passion and a sense of community. Being a football supporter myself, I know the power of football in uniting diverse peoples, promoting cohesion and a sense of belonging for communities, fans, and the players alike. It is in this context that I'm very pleased to officiate at this historic launch of the Zimbabwe Football Association Munhumutapa Challenge Cup. This is a defining moment in the history of our country's football development. The initiative represents an innovative and groundbreaking structure that is set to alter the architecture of our country's soccer arena over the next 5 years. Happening at a time characterized by shifting dynamics and factors affecting sports in general, I want to congratulate ZIFA and all stakeholders for their foresight and institutional dexterity, which has resulted in an unveiling of this noble idea. I say Makrokoto on top. Our gathering today is most opportune, occurring against the background of the continued visibility and superb performance of our country's national teams on the global sporting stage. On behalf of government and the nation as a whole, I formally wish to congratulate our national cricket team, the Chevrons, for their spirited play at the ongoing ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Again, I say in advance, congratulations. I equally commend the Mighty Warriors for their performance during the Women's COSAFA tournament. They were indeed a worthy representation of our collective national trait of determination, resilience, and pride, in whom we Zimbabweans are proud. May the performance of the Chevrons and the Mighty Warriors be a source of inspiration to our many young people and an assurance that they too can showcase their God-given talents on the world stage. Again, I say I'm sure of that. Distinguished invited guests, the name Munhumutapa invokes unshakable strength and fortitude, authority and civilization. It reminds us that sustainable progress must be anchored on our rich national identity, our values, and our heritage. To this end, the Munhumutapa Challenge Cup symbolically connects our rich history to our brighter future, leveraging on sport. This competition framework is an essential building block towards a football sector that is integrated into the broader national transformation and the socio-economic development agenda of our country. It also embodies a generational resolve to scale up inclusivity and maximum benefits to all actors within the football fraternity and sporting in general. I say well done, our young people. This challenge comes with an annual commitment of $5 million, culminating in a $25 million investment over 5 years, is set to transition national soccer from fragmented competitions to a more cohesive and integrated football ecosystem. It is praiseworthy that the framework brings together senior men's football, senior women's football, junior development structures, 5-a-side version of soccer as well as the beach soccer, and one accountable and professionally governed system. May I congratulate ZIFA for this all-inclusive approach, which will go a long way to ensure that athletes in football realize their full potential. I urge you all to maintain the thrust where development, empowerment, and the wealth creation opportunities for the youth and women are at the heart of this initiative. Under my administration, no province, district, or talent must be left behind. Distinguished guests, comrades and friends, I welcome the collaboration involving the Ministry of Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture, along with the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education and the ZIFA, among other stakeholders. This dovetails with my government's whole of society approach and will ensure that football is entrenched within our education ecosystem. Meanwhile, government welcomes the partnership with the United Nations Population Fund, which will position football as a platform for health awareness, inclusivity, gender equality and resilience. Under this model, football as an instrument for unity, social protection, discipline, and national productivity is enhanced in line with our national aspirations outlined in our Vision 2030. It is pleasing to note that the proposed structure for the under-14 and under-16 national leagues are set to generate hundreds of matches annually. This will in turn create a measurable and merit-based pathway from school to community, district, province, and ultimately the national teams. I say to you, in this sector, well done. Likewise, the importance of integrating women's football within this national progressive framework cannot be overemphasized. But I'm not sure whether we should have men play netball. but we can welcome women playing football. I applaud stakeholders in the football fraternity for structurally and competitively prioritizing the development and growth of women's soccer. The equal recognition of women's soccer within the competition calendar and defined pathways ensures that our girls, both across rural and urban areas, have access to equal opportunities to explore their God-given talents. The inclusion of other soccer categories expands our national talent base and fosters broader community participation. This multi-format strategy reflects a modern football economy prepared to compete across all platforms. Essential aspects of governance must remain central to this initiative. I therefore urge all stakeholders to make sure that the program operates in strict compliance with the ZIFA statutes as well as continental international standards. Further, the Munhumutapa Challenge Cup sponsorship in particular should be professionally administered. Guarantees with regards to accountability, transparency, and fairness are critically important. While integrity, safeguards have to be enforced and the credibility sustained. As the current crop of leaders in the sporting sector, you all have a duty to provide the requisite environment and structures so that our athletes appropriately adapt to the ever-changing sporting industry landscapes. To this end, the ZIFA Munhumutapa Challenge Cup should result in spillover benefits beyond sharpening skills for players and extend to match-day employment, logistics and enterprises, media value chains, and tourism opportunities. Additional benefits must also accrue to districts, provinces, and communities historically which were excluded from such high-income sporting ecosystem. Government institutions, the private sector, traditional leadership, schools, higher and tertiary education institutions, professionals and communities across every province are invited to support, participate and honor this program. I call upon local authorities and the business partners to play their part through plowing back into the communities within which they operate. This includes investing in the construction of post-modern sporting infrastructure and academics. Takawirana kutinyika, inova, ikotomba, ikona matiro. Hallelujah, Jehovah. The success of the Munhumutapa Challenge Cup depends on our collective stewardship. Hence, on the outset, let this tournament become one of our country's nation-building instruments, connecting villages to cities, bridging provinces, and igniting the dreams of our young talented boys and girls. Finally, I wish this Munhumutapa Challenge Cup initiative great success towards creating a lasting legacy for both the present and future generations of our beloved homeland, Zimbabwe. With these remarks, it is now my singular honor and privilege to declare the Zimbabwean Football Association Munhumutapa Challenge Cup officially launched. God bless you all.
A big round of applause for our guest of honor. Your Excellency, if we could ask you in